A somber night for Chicago police as they mourn one of their own.
We're still awaiting any charges for possible suspects in Officer Areanah Preston's murder.
Nate Rogers is live tonight with the latest. Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Dawn and Corey. A prayer vigil wrapped up here outside of Area 2, CPD's Area 2, just a couple of hours ago. News cameras were stationed a little ways away just to allow the family some privacy at their request. But I got to tell you, it was definitely a big showing of support indeed. More than 500 people were here, including officers from around the city. It was also the first time the public got to hear from Preston's mother about this tragic case.
And to think that I have to bury my baby.
Area 2's courtyard filled with fellow officers, elected officials, and relatives. Preston's mother saying she loved her job dearly, especially her co-workers.
When she joined the department, she was like, "Oh, I'm about to go out with such and such." And she always used last names. I was like, what the hell is their first names?
District 5 Commander Tyrone Pendarvis saying the fallen officer could de-escalate situations like none other.
She did make one arrest that day, but later on that, like a day, come to find out, when we told the arrestee what happened to her, the arrestee broke down crying.
Right now, 5 persons of interest are being questioned by detectives. The 24-year-old was gunned down walking into her Avalon Park home overnight Saturday. Sources say the suspects between 16 and 18 years old appear to have been on a robbery spree day of. Preston, a 3-year veteran of the force, was set to graduate with her master's degree this coming Saturday.
She was a goal setter. She wrote everything down that she wanted to do. And she did everything that she wanted to do.
With tears, hugs, and smiles, commanders citywide greeted Preston's family one by one, her mother now with a special request.
If you guys believe in the power of prayer, keep us in your prayers.
And so they did. With hands lifted, mourners looked to a higher power for strength in the days ahead.
We come to you tonight with heavy hearts, but we know that you can lift the burden off those heavy hearts.
And tonight, still no word on charges as we are approaching that 48-hour window when suspects can no longer be held without an indictment. Preston's body earlier today was transported from the medical examiner's office to a funeral home in Oak Lawn. We have learned that her funeral services are tentatively scheduled for next week. In Pullman, I'm Nate Rogers, Fox 32, Chicago.